Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile gym video for you. This one's going to be on a skill called Immortal Call. It's a pretty unique and cool skill that you can see in the game, and you actually get to see enemies use it, namely Oak from Act 2, the Bandit King. Immortal Call, spell duration, so anything that buffs the spells and duration can buff this. And the duration of this actually getting buffed comes in quite handy, depending on how many endurance charges you can build up, and we'll get to that soon. Level 10, mana cost 33. You can see the mana cost gets a little bit high for a warrior, but nothing too bad on you. Cooldown time 0.5 seconds. Requires level 48, 109 strength. You can see here that it requires a huge investment into strength, because this is only level 10 and it's already up to 109 strength requirement. Discharges endurance charges, making the character invulnerable to physical damage for a short time, proportional to how many endurance charges were expended. So basically, the more endurance charges you can build up, the longer you can be invincible to physical damage. This comes in quite handy, especially on guys like the Brutus types that hit for mainly physical damage. Base duration is 0.25 seconds, additional 0.61 second base duration per endurance charge. So you can see that building up endurance charges with this, you could get it with the duration support on it that increases duration. You could get it up to over a second per endurance charge. And with all the endurance charge bonuses and even these few from items, you can get around 9 endurance charges, which you'd be invincible to physical damage for over 9 seconds if you casted it. And I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to stack up a few endurance charges by using the endurance charge on melee stun. Works really well mixed with Immortal Call. And we'll put Immortal Call here, and we'll put Immortal Call right on that. And you can see it has a really cool image that goes with it. And we'll just kill this one, and we get 1 endurance charge, and I'll show you. It does that cool look, and you can see it lasted around 1 second. And now let's kill ourselves. Let's get a few more endurance charges built up. There's 2. We'll get 3. There's 3. Now you can see how long it lasts. Little over 2 seconds. It's a cool skill, and you see Oak use it quite well. It melds well with maces, especially because maces get that extra chance to stun if you use the stun on endurance charge on melee stun. Really awesome. You can also use a few different other skills that stun with this, and or give you endurance charges, and it can be used quite effectively even on bosses. You can see here that most times you're going to have those 3 endurance charges built up if you do considerable damage, and no matter how many, no matter if your endurance charges are about to go off, if they're on their last second or not, you can use it and get that buff. It's a useful skill when you're facing melee heavy types, but a lot of people don't use it because it's not the most powerful thing, but it is an extremely cool skill in my opinion, and it does have some awesome lore around it. If you read on the wiki, the Wikia, Path of Exile Wikia, it explains some of the lore around the Immortal Call skill, and it talks about how even when they're close to death, they stop it with this, that's Vitality. They stop it with the Immortal Call and keep fighting on, and I thought that was pretty awesome. And of course, the additional 0.61 seconds base duration per endurance charge will be leveling up as you go. So at 20, it'll be even higher. I think it gets to around 0.81 or so. So you can see there that it will last over a second per endurance charge without you increasing the duration, but if you do increase the duration on it, it can be going over 1.5 seconds per endurance charge, which is massive, because you can nearly get 15 seconds of, if you have those 9 endurance charges up, you can get 15 seconds of invincibility to physical damage. I don't know how that works in PvP, but I do know that in PvE here, it could be pretty useful facing some bosses, boss types and everything. So I hope this got you to see a new skill that you might not have seen before, and or if you've already seen it, it explains some cool stuff about it. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.